What's up traders, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taco, and in today's weekly Forex trading analysis, I'm going to be focusing on more pairs than I focused last week, and we really had a good week. We had US30 hitting really good profits, our first take profit, and we also have GBP JPY still running in profits, and we're looking forward to making more money in the market this week. So please stick around and watch this video. And I'm also having a video that's coming out during the week, I think on Tuesday, about psychology. So if you're a person that's struggling with psychology and trading, make sure that you actually stay tuned on that one, and please subscribe to the channel, and let's get some money this week. Yeah. Okay, so welcome back traders. I hope you're ready for another beautiful week. So as you can see, we actually had a very beautiful trade here on US30. If you can check my shorts, my YouTube shorts, you can actually check the journey that we took with this trade. So let me explain you one more time what actually happened. So this is the 4-hour time frame. So I told you guys in the previous weekly analysis that what we are waiting for is we're waiting for the market to actually break out of this trend line, right? And then that's where we actually are going to look for our entering position. So we actually entered when this actually candle closed, and we actually entered our trade with this bullish candle. And I actually said in one of my YouTube shorts, I said, like, if you were late into the market, you can actually wait for the market, right, to come back and retest this entry position, which is this order block, and then continue going bullish. And that is exactly what happened. And I also made a short, I think it was on Friday, when this was happening, right after our fish took profit, and we're looking for another entry position. So let me actually explain what I meant with these trade lines. Okay, so let me move to the 4-hour time frame, or to the 1-hour time frame I meant. So in the 1-hour time frame, you can actually see that we had a small bullish trend, right, with this 1, 2, 3 touches, right? And on Friday, I was waiting for the market to come back and test this trend line. Unfortunately, when it did this, I wasn't in the market, but I came back to see that the market is actually respected what I was anticipating for the market to do. So if I was in the market, I could have actually gone for a long position here and put my stop loss right below the week, right? Like this, a very tight stop loss, and continue going bullish. So now that it happened, what am I waiting for? I'm actually waiting for the market to open with huge momentum. So let me just move on to the 30 minutes time frame so that we can actually see clearly, right? So you can actually see that we have this formation. It's not a perfect flag pattern, but it's something that we can actually work with, right? So we have this touch and that weak rejection, and we also have where the market here is today. So what I'm waiting to see in the market, I'm waiting to see a breakout of this and a retest of this trend line, and then a continuation going bullish. But I think once you enter that trade, I think the question is, where is the market going? So the market is actually going to break the highest of highs, right? Which is actually what normally happens in US30. Market breaks the highest of highs and continues going bullish. So this is what I'm actually anticipating to see in the market, right? I'm anticipating to see the market to break out of this structure, okay, momentarily retest this, right, and then continue going bullish, break this the highest of highs, retest the highest of highs, and then continue going bullish. Okay, so on US30, I think it's pretty simple. This is what I'm waiting for. And if you see this in the market, please do not hesitate to, put your trade. Okay, so next, let's move to the NASDAQ. I really didn't trade the NASDAQ last week because it was just acting a little bit weird for me. So as you can see that I actually have this trend line, right, this bullish trend line. And we also have the market breaking this trend line. So what I'm waiting for here to see in the market is candles coming back here, gradually testing this order block together with this structure, and then continue going bullish. So it's actually quite straightforward, right? But if the candles come here aggressively and break out of this channel towards here, maybe to try and fill up this gap, then I'm just leaving the market to just continually go down here and test this order block, which is a more sensible approach to actually think of it. Like the market actually comes here, breaks here, retests this, continues here, right, pulls back a little bit, breaks here, and then tests this trend line, and then maybe continue going bullish. So this is something that I would actually be seeing with NASDAQ, that is a momentarily downtrend that would turn bullish after retracing this trend line or filling this gap and then continue going bullish. So you actually just have to wait and see what the market does when the market actually opens. And please pay attention to my shorts, because when I see something going in the market, I just post them a small analysis on the YouTube shorts. Okay, so then I actually made a mistake when I started the video. I'm actually in a USDJPY trade. So this is the trade that we're actually having, and it's still pending. We have like 10k yen right now in profits, but we're actually anticipating to see more, right? So let's say maybe that you're late in this market, because the way that I executed this market is that we had impulsive move right here, and we had the break of this structure, and we had this trade, this order block, and we had market coming back to test this order block and then continue going bullish. But the confirmation that I actually wanted was the break of this trend line, which it did with huge momentum, and then market continued going bullish. So we also have a break of this structure, as you can see here. So if you're late in this market, you can actually come back and wait for the market to just like pull back here, retest this order block, and then continue going bullish. So that is it for USDJPY, nothing too special, but our take profit is over here, the previous high. So be looking forward to that. I'll be posting the updates on the shorts, so please always be checking your shorts. Okay, so I promise you guys that I'm going to look at one more thing. So between JPP USD and gold, I think I'm just going to be looking for GBP USD. So let's see what's going on, like a top-down analysis, right? Because this is a clean chart. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what's going on in the daily time frame. So we can see that we have the highest of highs. Okay, we have a high here, right? So market is gravitating to this high, right, to try and test this high or break this high. So that's why we have a rally like this, right? Market is trying to test those highs, to break them or to bounce off them one more time, right? So we actually have this trend line going on here. This is a daily trend line, which is very powerful. So whenever I see a break of trend line and a retest of that structure that was broken, of the trend line or the order block, and the market keeps going bullish like this, I usually know that the market is going to eventually come here. So if you're a swing trader, you can actually just enter the market knowing that the market is eventually going to come here. But like, we are retail traders, right? So we don't have enough money to hold in the market. Okay, so let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame and see what's going on in the 4-hour time frame. You can see that the structure is more clearer now and more cleaner, right? So we can actually draw another trend line here. Okay, like this, right? You don't have to force your trend lines. You just have to draw even the wicks. They're good. So you can actually see that we had a break of the structure. This is beautiful, isn't it? I like trading. Break of this structure. Market pulled away, then come back to test this order block of this trend line, which is fine. And then the market actually came back as well and broke the structure it had formed to create higher highs, right? And look at the beautiful thing that happened here. Market came back to retest that order block. Imagine if you're in this market, right? Retest the order block and the trend line, and then the market continues going bullish. That is where I really want to tap into the market, when the market is like giving you beautiful setups like this, right? You don't have to force anything. If you don't see the setup, just don't enter the trade. Not trading is actually a way of being profitable. Most people don't know that. So we can actually then move on to here to see what happens. The market actually broke, right? This structure continued going bullish, but did not come back to test this order block, which is very far as compared to this trend line. Okay, so what we are waiting for here in JPB USD is that the market actually has to come back and retest this trend line together with this structure, right, which was once a resistance that's now being turned to a support, right? So in other words, we are looking for the market to act like this, right? Come here, test here, and then continue going bullish, break this structure, come back to retest the order block and the trend line, and then continue going bullish again. Okay, so it's quite simple. Trading is beautiful once you start looking at it this way objectively as well. So please be on the outlook for my heads up on the shorts. I'm always posting something beautiful on the shorts, so please keep your mind and your notifications on as you wait for those things. Disclaimer, this is not a financial advice. This is me just sharing you my 2 cents in the market. Yeah, cheers.